Well, this is kind of fun, isn't it, being on this side of the Cybertruck coverage? I mean, it was just, for me at least, years and years of leaks and rumors and someone said this or they might do this, and now to actually be on the side where the Cybertruck's out. I've driven one around, I saw one yesterday on the road in the wild, not an employee or anything, just they're delivering. They've delivered over 4,000 of them. They're still in the Foundation series, but it's fun to do a video just saying, hey, Tesla's mixing up the options a little bit, which they tend not to, right? So yeah, as of about a couple hours before recording this video, Tesla has started letting people know that have pending deposits on Foundation series Cybertrucks that there's a few more options to choose from now. Instead of just every single Cybertruck being exactly the same, the only difference was the powertrain. Now you can choose between the white interior, which they've already delivered, you know, several thousand of, and this new gray, darker interior. If you want a bit more stealth, you like that darker inside shade, I gotta admit, I'm not personally a fan. I just think a lot of cars and trucks out there already have black on black interiors, and I'm kind of over it. I'm personally a huge fan of Tesla's bright white accents. It's very unique. There's not a lot of other cars that offer interior colors that get that bright and are that easy to clean, honestly. I'm still loving the white interior in my Model 3. So if I was speccing my Cybertruck, I would still personally go with the white interior, but I know a lot of people that disagreed with me. There's probably some of you commenting already. So now knowing that there's a gray Cybertruck interior to choose from is cool, and it also shows that Tesla's probably gearing up the manufacturing line to get ready for some non-Foundation orders, because at least with the Foundation series, they used to brag about that kind of white interior. It's probably far more likely that for the default, like cheapest entry-level Cybertruck, they're going to be using a more basic color like black. At least that's the way it works with the rest of Tesla's vehicles. But let's get to the more controversial option that a lot of people are probably not going to like, that I have the spicy hot take with. That's the wheels. There's been a lot of talk about the Cybertruck wheels, about how kind of everybody hates them. I mean, they do look very cool. I've seen them in person, and they very much feel like they're a tank. They feel like the Batmobile wheels. But yeah, Tesla was shipping them with hubcaps that was rubbing into the walls of the rubber. They were not very good, so for a long time they were delivering them without them, claiming that, oh, we'll ship you new hubcaps when we fix the issue. So a lot of the more recent Cybertruck deliveries don't even have hubcaps. That's not great for your range either. But of course, these are also just big, somewhat off-roady tires. Again, not even the best tires for off-roading. They were just mainly intended to look cool, at least look like the original prototype wheels. It feels like that's all they're really good at. And these new tires that Tesla is now offering, still with the Foundation series, okay? So still the same price, I'm afraid. They're not offering these at like a discounted rate or anything. But the reason I like them is they're more efficient. They're more optimized for the road, which, let's be honest, that's how most Cybertrucks are gonna be driven. Yeah, I know they worked really hard on off-road mode and giving it all these new capabilities and stuff, but we get it, you know, especially when, you know, Kim Kardashian and Pharrell and Katy Perry are buying Cybertrucks. They're not gonna care about all those off-roading things. They might care a little bit about how far the truck can actually go between charges. At least I think that complaint keeps coming up. Even with the Cybertruck owners I've interacted with and asked questions about, like, what's the biggest thing you think Tesla should focus on with Cybertruck production or refreshes? Range is pretty much the biggest one. Everyone's like, yeah, I know the price is high, but it's a cool vehicle. The thing I'm struggling with is having a truck that struggles to hit 300 miles of range that costs like $100,000. Like, that's kind of a knife through the heart. And while personally I understand why Tesla put a 123 kilowatt hour battery pack in the truck, because they knew they had an insanely long wait list of people waiting to take delivery. So the more cells you put in each truck, the longer it's going to take to ramp. It's also not going to make the truck any cheaper. The 4680 cells are not the most energy dense cells on the market yet. So Tesla's, in my opinion, rightfully capitalizing on the hype of the fact that the Cybertruck is a piece of art rolling around on wheels. That's why so many celebrities are buying it, is because it captures that kind of attention from the public that a Lamborghini or a Ferrari would. So Tesla's like, yeah, a lot of people who don't care about towing or don't care about range, they're just gonna want to buy this thing for their careers, for their channels, or as a rolling billboard. They want to just take delivery as quickly as possible. So let's get it out for them first, and then down the road we can focus more on hopefully more energy dense cells with better range. But yeah, a common criticism I kept bringing up with the Cybertruck's efficiency and range was they force you to take delivery with very inefficient tires that knock off dozens of miles of range from the truck. So now seeing that these very ugly, yes, they're not the prettiest tires in the world, but they are a lot more road optimized, should get you that more strict EPA test cycle of around 340 miles of range. And that I'm gonna be far more interested in, because at least when it comes to YouTube content, it feels like that topic comes up a lot. People saying, what's the true range? How much can the Cybertruck tow? Even though a lot of us already know, yeah, they went with a pretty small battery pack because it's early and these are the first trucks off the line. They just wanted to get them out there first so that people could experience steer-by-wire and the amazing software and, of course, the unique, eye-catching design. So let's get those out there first. And hopefully down the road, they're able to increase the size of the pack. I can tell you now, it's not a physical space issue. I mean, Monroe already showcased how much extra space there is in the battery pack, plus 4680 is like twice the height of a 2170, so if they really wanted to, they could stuff the Cybertruck full of 2170s and easily get 500 miles of range, but again, that would not be economical. It would take a lot longer to ramp, and it would probably be very hard to make that truck profitable, which, if you make a truck that's not profitable to sell, you're not going to want to make a lot of them. That's what we're seeing with the Silverado EV and the F-150 Lightning. They're not profitable, so the companies are kind of scaling back production, delaying production, and saying, we'll figure out the profits later. But making more efficient trims like this one with the smaller tires that are more road optimized, that should enable you to get comfortably over 300 miles of range, I think is definitely a push in the right direction. Even though, yes, I know a lot of people think the wheels are ugly, but I've got news for you. To all of you Cybertruck fans out there saying, oh my god, those new tires are disgusting, I want the big tires. Well, there's a lot of people that still think the Cybertruck looks ugly and disgusting, but I think for a lot of you, it comes down to the specs. It's like, yeah, I don't care if you think it's ugly, but my truck's freaking bulletproof, or my truck can supercharge, it's got NACS, or it's got steer-by-wire, it's got the 48-volt architecture, yada yada yada. Well, that's how I feel about the wheels for me. It's like, if I'm driving around a truck like that, I don't care about the aesthetic, I care about what it can do, and these wheels unlock more range, better efficiency. I'm the efficiency guy, so yeah, I would absolutely spec my Cybertruck with the smaller, uglier tires, because I care more about the watt-hours per mile and the maximum range we can get out of the truck. And it's too early for Tesla to start offering trims with more cells in them, so they're probably going to keep it at 123 kilowatt-hours for now. But I'm hoping this is also a sign that Tesla is kind of maybe running out of people willing to opt for a Foundation series, so that my hope, at least my wish for the Cybertruck, is we can start delivering some non-Foundations that are, you know, maybe qualifying for the federal tax credit before the end of this year. That would be really cool, and I hate to burst your bubble, but the Cybertruck that they actually sell that's, you know, 10 bucks below the $80,000 limit, that one's probably gonna have the ugly tires. And if you want those bigger tires, very unlikely that the truck with those bigger tires, which is eventually probably gonna be a $2,000, $4,000 add-on, yeah, that's probably gonna push you over the $80,000 limit, so you're very unlikely to ever get a Cybertruck with those big, beautiful tires that qualifies for the federal tax credit. So get used to it, guys, because that's probably the wheel you're gonna be looking at if you were hoping to pay, you know, 72 grand for your Cybertruck, which we're probably a long ways away from Tesla selling that specific model, but every day now we gotta be getting closer, right? I mean, they're gonna run out of Foundation series buyers here soon. But what do you guys think of Tesla's options? Feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.